Live from the Grand Victoria Casino, it's fight time on Fox Sports Net and the main event of the evening. Introducing to you first on my left, he is fighting out of the red corner, wearing black trunks with red trim. Fighting out of Akron, Ohio, he weighed in at 222 pounds. With a record of 18 wins, 7 losses, he has 15 big wins coming by way of knockout. Introducing the hard-hitting Jeff Pegues. And his opponent across the ring on my right, he is fighting out of the blue corner this evening, wearing black trunks with gold trim, fighting out of Atlantic City, New Jersey, by way of Fayetteville, North Carolina. He weighed in at 229 pounds with a record of 26 wins, 4 losses and 1 draw. He has 18 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the former WBO heavyweight champion of the world, Merciless Ray Mercer. Once again, Gino Rodriguez, our referee in charge, now to give instructions.
Okay, gentlemen, I want to obey my commands at all times. Protect yourself all the time. Let's go.
And with that, we are set to go. Ray Mercer and Jeff Pegues. Pegues actually taller than Mercer. Mercer would often fight opponents who are much taller than he is, but Pegues, big guy. Now we'll see what Mercer brings to the table here. He's always had a very good jab. He's never going to win a bodybuilding contest, so
no,
don't judge by what you see here.
Yeah, you'll look at him, and we've been mentioning his weight. You know, at 229, it's kind of light for him. He fought, for example, Evander Holyfield in a lot of those recent fights in the mid-230s, and has fought as high as 243. But at 229, that's not real heavy for Ray. And there's that jab that you talked about, Barry.
It's strong. There's no question about it. As we said, at his best, I mean, this guy was amongst the elite in the heavyweight division.
Pegues starting out fast, looking to jab if he can with Mercer, and that can be dangerous.
Pegues has had some success, but has run into a couple of problems. He was stopped by Brian Nielsen when he traveled over to Aalborg, Denmark. That was in February last year, and then was also stopped by Willie Williams in Mount Pleasant, Michigan. That was back in March of '99. Other than that, in his last several fights, he's done pretty well.
Yeah, he's lost only one of his last several fights. In fact, his biggest win would be a victory that he had over Joe Hipp, who once fought for the heavyweight title. Well, that was tainted somewhat. An injury to Hipp forced him to quit in that fight. But still, you know, Pegues got his hand raised in the bout. There's that jab way. It is a rocker by Mercer. Man.
Mercer was always a pretty good finisher. If he got you hurt, you were sure to be gone.
Yeah, ask Tommy Morrison.
Oh, well, that's right. Yeah.
Who I'm sure doesn't remember much about that finish, if anything. That really was one of the scariest knockouts, I think, of the whole decade of the 90s.
You saw Mercer throw that right hand and then come out of there shaking it as though he hurt it. Nice combination here, 3-punch combination. He hasn't lost much in the hand speed area.
Ray Mercer didn't even get started boxing until he was 23 years old. He was in the service. He was in the Army. He was stationed overseas in Germany, where it was very cold at the time, and they told him that he had an opportunity to, to get involved in boxing, to spar with the station champ. Oh, he's got Pegues in trouble.
Yeah, it's a big right hand right there.
Mercer backs off and just looks at him, maybe wanting some work, Barry, instead of going in all after him. Anyway, so Mercer decided to go ahead, and he was volunteered, and he fell through. I mean, he followed through on that. Found himself having great success as an amateur after that. All-Army champion. Ended up going to the Olympic Games and winning a gold medal in the heavyweight division.
He's a guy whose career has been marked by some managerial problems. He has been very inactive over the past several years.
Well, we talked about the in and out of the ring. He's had problems. Pegues having trouble now.
This has all the makings of a very quick evening. Pegues in a backward mode now. He may still be feeling the effects.
Yeah, he was very enthusiastic when he first came out. Mercer kind of a disdainful wave at him. About midway through the round, he really started getting that jab to work. Then he followed with that right. That seemed to take a lot of the starch out of Pegues. He followed a left jab beautifully with a strong right hand. Jeff Pegues usually gives a very good effort, but it has been his history to not take a punch well. He's been TKO'd on occasion, and he's never been past the 6th round. It certainly doesn't bode well for him here tonight. Across the way, Ray Mercer, been around as a contender in the heavyweight division since '89. Got big-time power. I think you could have said in the whole decade of the '90s that perhaps Ray Mercer had the best chin of anyone in boxing.
Here's a familiar face. Hector Macho Camacho Jr. Fought the other night, now has a 31-0 record.
That's recently fighting on the same card with his dad, the Macho Man.
Not a lot of macho left in Macho. Right hand by Mercer.
Pegues trying to fight back, at least momentarily here.
There's a right hook by Pegues. John O'Grady with us at the table here, and Rich and I were commenting in the first round that Mercer still has pretty quick hands and still has that great jab.
And right to work, too. He wasted no time in this fight, went right at his opponent from the onset. Nice work from him. I like that. You know, so many times you catch your opponent sleeping, especially when you're in there with an opponent like Jeff Pegues. Sometimes not totally focused, totally concentrated. You jump right on him, and it makes for a short night. Nice job from Mercer going up and down.
What does that jab to the body do, you think, Sean?
Actually, a lot of fighters go for the body. They like to protect their body. It hurts more to get hit in the body. It doesn't hurt to get hit in the chin. It hurts to get hit in the body. So they like drop their guard to protect their body, not realizing that their head is open. So jab to the body, then come to the right cross to the head.
Pegues trying to unleash some offense here.
Pegues says early on I was a brawler, but now more of a boxer. And you can see he's got good boxing ability. He can't take right hands like that. Pegues says his best punch is the right cross, as is Ray Mercer's. Mercer asked him about his style. He said, I like to rumble. There's no boxing. There's no dancing. I get in there to rumble. Says he's been working on his jab, and you know what? This is a jab we've not seen before.
There's a cut over the left eye now, Jeff Pegues.
Now, Mercer, I got to tell you, I do a radio show in Los Angeles, Barry and Sean, and we had him scheduled the other night for a 10-minute slot on an interview to talk about this fight. He was so good and so funny that we kept him on for a half an hour. He's a likable guy, and he's got a lot of stories, you know, to tell, and a lot's going on in this guy's career.
Yeah, no, he is a good guy. When might we hear that show, Rich?
It's on Friday nights, 10 to 12 in Los Angeles. Yes. Thank you. On Fox Radio 1150 in Los Angeles.
Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, boy.
At least Pegues trying to battle him a little bit here.
Yeah. It looked to me in that last round like maybe he'd had the starch taken out of him by that right, and he was just going to throw in the towel.
That left eye just split open.
Oh, boy, it's bad, too. It's in a bad place. Just over the eye, underneath the eyebrow, on the eyelid. And Mercer is going for it. He sees that blood.
You see that jab Mercer continues to land. He said he was able to get to Lennox Lewis with that jab. He wobbled him.
Yeah, this one is going to be over.
Uh-oh.
That's the case. The referee should have stepped in there and did not. Well, he finished. There's no question about that, but Pegues didn't need to take that last shot.
There's the parents of Ray Mercer.
Mom, Betty, Dad, Ray Sr., and they are concerned about Pegues.
Yeah, and you can't blame Ray Mercer for that.
No, not at all.
He actually hesitated for quite a while before he threw that punch.
He did.
Well, he did the right thing. You know, he's hesitated for a moment. The referee's going to stop the fight. He could stop the fight or step in, but smelling salt's now being applied to Pegues. Trying to wake him up.
Well, as is often said, this is a hurt business. And Mercer hurt Pegues, but I think the ref moved too close on that, too slow on that.
And look, did you see Pegues taking that ammonia in? When you smell those ammonia capsules, if you are cognizant of it, it really smells bad. It stings you to smell
yeah,
it.
you'll shake your head.
He just smelled the whole thing like it was nothing, like it was a bunch of roses. That's how you know when your fighter is out. And Pegues was definitely out on his back. Jeff Pegues, dangerous situation. Let him there until he wakes up a little bit. Give him a little water. Put some ice on the back of his neck. Very dangerous time for a young fighter.
Yeah, the way he landed, too, he landed very awkwardly.
He hit that table. There's tables all around the ringside. He hit his head on the back of that table, too.
He has not lost consciousness.
Right,
see his legs give way. That came after those jabs from Mercer. Now, Mercer hits him that right. He's going down. Mercer's walking away. Look, the referee just watches it. He didn't step in and stop. Yeah. He kind of took a wave at him and didn't get in there in time.
Look how far away the referee is, too. When it's this dangerous, you got heavyweights, move in there a little bit. Stay a little bit closer.
There's the right. Mercer now backs off, walks away.
And boom. Oh,
yeah, that was
what a shot.
Poorly officiated.
What a shot. And catching the table on the back of your head there doesn't help at all either.
Well, as you can see, Ray Mercer can still punch. Yeah. This guy can still whack. The right hand there got him in trouble. He's obviously wobbled. There's the right hand that knocked him down, but the referee a little bit late in getting over there. But I think Pegues is going to be okay. He's sitting up now, smiling and talking. He never did lose consciousness, it did not appear to me.
No, he just fell very awkwardly, but the bottom line is the fight should have been stopped earlier than it was, and a man could have been seriously hurt. Mercifully, it doesn't appear that he was. We'll be back.
You can climb over mountains.
Up in the ropes, Pegues, and if the ropes are holding a man up like that after he's been hit by a punch, then the referee certainly can call it a knockdown.
All right, that goes all the way back to the Benny Kid Perrette tragedy. Let's go to Jimmy Lennon Jr., make it official. Jimmy?
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time of 2 minutes, 59 seconds of round number 2. He's the winner by way of knockout. He is back, Merciless Ray Mercer.
Well, Ray Mercer now 27-4-1. That was his 19th knockout. It was an emphatic knockout, no question about it.
It was merciless.
It was.
When he had his man there up against the ropes. When he did not go down, he went ahead and got him.
Let's take another look at it. This is in real time.
All right, Mercer was dominating with his jab. There it is again. That'll set up the right hand right there that staggers him. Back into the ropes he goes. Now you'll see the key punch. That right. He's going down there. See how he's hooked up in the ropes, but the referee too late. He was a little too far away from him. And Ray was just as merciless as ever and landed that big shot.
Yeah, Mercer did what he had to do. There's no criticism whatsoever of Mercer's performance right now. Ray Mercer is with Sean O'Grady. Sean?
Hey, Ray is joined by his father, Ray Sr. You know what? I've followed your career for a long time. I knew you had the power, but tonight I saw some jabs. What was that all about?
The jab was to get me settled the jab was supposed to establish everything else, get me in my rhythm. And that's what it did. The second round, they told me to throw some more punches, start putting power punches together, and I did, and I caught him.
13 months off, Ray. Did you feel rusty at all?
I got rid of all the ring rust in the gym. I think that's where all the ring rust should be out. It shouldn't be in the ring, it's in the gym.
You came out in this fight right at the first like you just fought last week. I mean, you were ready to go. We're going to take a look at some of the action here. And what were you remembering about the first round?
Now just trying to get the film out and try to get relaxed. And I was throwing my jab. I was throwing the jab.
When you knocked him down in the second round, what was on your mind?
I thought he was going for sure. I didn't really want him to go down then. I wanted to at least get 5 rounds out of it. But then I started to walk away and let him get back up. And then I realized that in camp, when I go back to camp, my trainer's going to get on me for that because they want me to take him out in the gym too.
And right here's when you lived up to your name, Merciless. What were you thinking?
I thought it was over. I thought he was referee. But I see no referee come over, so I came back.
You did the right thing.
Yep.
You made the right call.
There was no referee there.
What does this tell you about yourself, and what does this say to the other heavyweights in this division?
Well, look out all the other heavyweights, but before I get to them, they already know I'm ready for them. But I got a fight on the 18th of next month, and I will be ready. So Fox, be there.
You were ready tonight. How about it, Dad? How do you look? Father Ray.
Good, look good, look good.
How would you improve on this?
Well, I'm not a boxer myself. I think he's doing pretty good. He said he's going back in the gym, get a little bit better, so they better look out.
I don't know. Something tells me he's got a great deal of respect for you. Ray Mercer, you're fighting again on Fox coming up in March, right?
Yes, I sure am. There's going to be another fight like this.
Activity important to you at this point?
It damn well is, because my first half of my career, you know, I wasn't busy enough. So this is what I need. I'm doing everything that I didn't do before.
You know what? You look like a different fighter now.
I got different management, I got different trainers, and I got different heart, and I got my life together, and I'm loving life.
Another life.
I'm loving life, loving life.
Ray Mercer, he's back, and he's still merciless. Wow, what power.
Hey,
back over to you, Barry and Rich.
Don't forget your mind.
Yeah, no, he really looked good, I thought, tonight, Ray Mercer. And I'm not even measuring it against the guy that he fought. I just think in and of itself, he looked pretty sharp.
Well, you know, this is a guy who's just been through so much. We mentioned the hepatitis, the managerial problems. Of course, that time he was accused of asking Jesse Ferguson to take a bribe during the fight. But there's that right hand. And now trouble for Pegues. Boom. That was it. Good night.
Yeah, and again, I felt that Gina Rodriguez needed to step in there, and I think Ray Mercer felt that way also. Jeff Pegues, incidentally, did leave the ring under his own power. He was conversing with his handlers. He does appear to be okay. But Ray Mercer coming here to have an impressive comeback.
Just spit it right in there. Don't worry about it. Up your hands, be sharp, change your angle. Give him that, hey, come on. And snap your punch.
So you saw the